Hey guys, welcome back to Let's Play Final Fantasy VI. Last time, we got ourselves an airship. We can now go and save our friends. This time, in the deserts below Miranda, there is a Cactrot enemy that gives 10 magic points per defeat. Also gives 10,000 GP if you happen to be low on money. As you can see by the amount of money I have sold a lot of the stuff that I had from before. So to give you an idea of what I've kept, you can pause at each one of these screens if you're so inclined. You're interested in seeing what I kept and what I got rid of. There you go. That's what I have left. Alright, one thing I screwed up last time, the Dragon Claw is actually Holy Elemental. I thought it was non-elemental, but I was wrong. I had remembered that incorrectly. So here's the Dark Gear. That's how much of an improvement it is over the Power Sash that we were equipping before. Put that right on Sabin there. It's about as good as the Diamond Armor, but it can be used by medium armor wielders or light armor wielders or whatever you want to classify Sabin as, so there's that. Everyone's got flame shields. Everyone's kind of all decked out and kind of prepared for battle. Oh, I guess I should show relics. Not that it really matters. Sprint shoes are nice. Whatever. Anyway, I also had enough leftover money after selling everything to pick up the additional swords that I needed. The Falcon sword. So I got 3 instead of 4. I have an extra flame saber that I don't need, so I'm going to bet that down the line to get my 4th Falcon sword, and I'll do that a little bit later. For now, this song is called Searching for Friends, so let's go search for some friends. Over here is where we began our journey into the world of Ruin. And on the beach is a new magicite, Pallador. If you notice the side there, they've translated it quite different. It looks a lot closer to Quetzalcoatl, though it's not. I'm not sure any of the mythological references behind that, but as long as you kept him alive, Sid will be here and say nothing else for the rest of the game. So, how's it going, Sid? Good to see you. Let's move on. Alright, next, we were told of the location of Narsh. This dot up here. So this is Narsh. We're not going to go there quite yet. We also heard from someone in South Figaro that Duncan was alive and he was somewhere around the Narsh area. And apparently Duncan looks exactly like Bannon but with different hair. Okay, I'm good with that. Why the surprised face? Did you think I'd gone? Did you think I died or something? Yeah, no mention of death in this game. Not back in the early 90s anyway. Glad you're alive. Why are you jumping around like that? What are you, a frog? This can't be. Tears? You can jump onto your own roof? That's some impressive leg power you got there, bud. Nothing happened to me. The earth yawned right open to take me, but I scrambled to safety. I love the imagery of, you know, the earth yawning up. But yeah, it's really nice to get a little more color into the translation. You can see from the Game Boy Advance translation, there was a lot more dialogue in, you know, that was never translated the first time around. It's now time to complete your training. I'm sure there's also a Star Wars reference in there too. Use the new skills to smash Kefka. Apparently they're going to dance all over the roof in order to train. And the training session is not going to take very long. You can see the cringing from the other characters there, the little sweat drops around them. Well, how was the Dragon Ball Z training? Did it go well? I call this Bum Rush, later called Phantom Rush in future translations. The fan translation gave it Illusion Battle Dance, and Google calls it a fantasy dance. I like Bum Rush just because it's Bum Rush. Gotta love Bum Rush. Go give Kefka the boot. Everyone's ignoring Sabin now. It's kind of weird. What are you doing in here? This is Sabin's place from before. Don't worry about me. Go destroy Kefka. Apparently age is catching up on this guy here. Okay, now that we got that, let's go and take a quick look at it. It is his final blitz technique. Strikes a mortal blow. This one, as you can see, is not on the easy side of things. You basically need to do a full rotation of the D-pad, starting at the left and getting all the way back to the left. If you struggle inputting the code here, you can use the same strategy that I talked about before, where you just double tap different directions in order to do it. So I think it's 2 left, 2 up, 2 right, 2 down, and then 1 left. Should get you the combo in order to do it that way if you're having trouble rolling your thumb along the D-pad. Anyway, by going to Duncan in order to learn this, the reason why it's the last ability is because Sabin will indeed learn this naturally through levels. He is currently level 28. If we don't get it through this way, he will not learn it until level 70. I'm not even going to get close to level 70 by the time we're done this game. So that's completely out of the question. So we're not going to learn, we're going to learn this one. This one's actually really nice. I think I get it at level 30? It's something around, it's between 30 and 35, something like that. And this one, I don't think I've ever gotten, because it's like level 50 or level 60, and I never get that high. This is called Mantra. Mantra refreshes other party members, I believe, at the expense of the caster. It has an interesting bug, though. If you input the command and then Sabin gets confused before he executes that command, and through confusion is retargeted to the enemy, it deals max damage to the enemy. And I think this one breaks the damage cap even. It's really, really weird. I'm gonna see if I can show it off. I've never actually seen it do this before, but from what I've read in my research for this Let's Play, that's apparently how that works. So that's another bug to add to the long list of bugs. Anyway, let's get back up in the air and go visit some other places. Over here... that's not the house I want to go to. Problem with the World of Ruin is I'm terrible at figuring out where the hell I'm supposed to go normally. This is Doma Castle, by the way. I think it's on this island, actually, back here. So yeah, this is the town that was identified by the bird in the previous episode. And I believe this is the town I'm looking for. Hopefully I'm right. Jidoor. Jidoor is, well, it's still Jidoor. Nothing really has changed around here. Westernmost town. Well, they were the easternmost town before, so I guess par for the course. The world's so different now. Yes, it is. Lately, I've seen a lot of carrier pigeons flying toward Miranda. Who could be sending all the letters? Well, the interesting aspect of this town, other than the fact that the music is different, well, they've got some nice gear. Circlets. Circlets aren't the greatest piece of headgear, but they're a very nice piece of headgear that you can give to characters that don't have anything else better that they can equip right now. So we're going to buy 3 of those. You could get additional dark gears, but I don't think it's really worthwhile. It's not much better than the crystal mail or the diamond armor or anything like that. So yeah, don't worry about that. In a world like this, you have to keep an open mind. Oh, no, I already talked to you. Saw the Emperor recently. A painting of him. Huh, it was in Hauser's house. Didn't we hear something about the Emperor recently? What do you have to say? You're gonna love this. Stumble upon something incredible. Doomgaze can't restore his HP after battle. Just keep fighting him. In time, you'll defeat him. Can't recover his health after battle. If you, yeah, blah, 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 yeah. So that you don't actually get any additional information in the Game Boy Advance translation. But the interesting thing is something about in between battle, like you're going to fight him multiple times. That sounds terrible. Why would I want to do that? Here, we're going to buy 2 of these sniper things that only Locke can equip. Well, spoiler, we're not going to get Locke back right away. We are going to take them to the Coliseum. Yay, more Coliseum. I will not be spending a long period of time in the Coliseum on screen anymore. Most of it will be done off screen in between episodes and the like. A while ago, a little girl entered the art collector's house. Interesting. House to the north belongs to Owzers, collector of fine paintings. A little girl. In the same house as fine paintings. I have suspicions. The other day I read Owzer's diary. It was just laying there. Art that evokes the end of the world is popular now. Go figure. The world's over. We'll talk to all these dudes too. Why not? If you want to participate in the bidding, talk to man. Nothing I can't buy. You're not from around here. You look dorky. First time I've been here. These are all the same lines of dialogue you guys had before. How could I refuse those cute little eyes? Let's buy lots of stuff. Yeah, these guys are still here. Get some priceless things at this auction, whether you can appreciate them or not. And they are indeed priceless. Every once in a while, something rare is sold here. If you have not picked up the items, the 2 Espers, Golem and Zoneseek from earlier in the game, you can buy them now. I would highly recommend you have done them before. The Zephyr Cape is completely useless. I sold the ones that I had, so we're just going to skip until we actually get something useful out of this. Inside is a hero ring. A hero ring, you say? I can buy one of these. Ooh, sounds like fun. Just hope it's not too expensive at the end. 7,000? That's doable. Yeah, we'll buy it for 10,000. Why not? Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Expensive much? Yes, the only way to buy this additional hero ring is to spend 50,000 GP on it, which is absolutely insanely expensive. If you do not have the money to do this now, do not worry about doing it now. This is why I went and sold all my excess stuff so that I could afford to buy the stuff that I needed to buy, and that, because I'm basically back down to what I was last time I was at the Coliseum. Speaking of the Coliseum, yes, we're back here again. This time I have made sure to make my save state, and we are ready to go. In the previous dungeon, we got, where is it? All my stuff's already moved around already. The Tsarina gown. The Tsarina gown by itself is not that great. What you can bet it for, the Minerva, is absolutely fantastic. Skybase. Skybase is not fun. I have a high chance of losing this fight. I also have a high chance of winning this fight. Success! Alright, 6,000 HP, weak to bolt and water, susceptible to instant death. It can cast, if attacked, it counters with Blaster, which inflicts instant death. It can cast the Doom spell on you, which inflicts instant death. I was equipping a wall ring. So yeah, send in Setzer to do that, and you should be pretty much good to go. Okay, next, we're going to head back in here. This time we've got Sabin all decked out with Poison Claws, because, let's see here. Yeah, you can just cycle the Minerva back into the Tsarina gown if you want. I had said in the previous episode that I was keeping the Tsarina ring. I misspoke. That was the wrong one. I just wasn't sure which one I needed for this. It was the gown that I needed. The ring you can just sell. It's completely meaningless. Where is the other item that I want? Ah, there it is. The sniper that I just bought. We're going to turn that into a bone club. And we're going to send Sabin at this guy. This guy only has 4,771 HP. He is weak to poison. I have dual poison claws on. Surprisingly, not doing a lot of damage. I expected that to be pretty much a guaranteed win. This is almost going to kill me. Fire does not help you right now. Fire does more than freaking your poison claws. I'm in the back row. That would probably explain things. Oh, it missed. Are we going to survive this? Go and attack him. That's the worst possible thing you can do in that situation, Sabin. Come on, poison. Miss. Okay, here's an example of Bum Rush. Bum Rush is absolutely fantastic. The reason why we go out of our way to get Bum Rush is because Bum Rush basically changes how we approach this game. We now have a reliable way, except for in the Colosseum, of inflicting a very large amount of damage all at once. And, well, Sabin has just become the best character in the game, and I don't know if that ever actually goes away. He is one of the best, if not the best character in this game as far as combat goes. He is fantastic. Not only can he inflict that much damage, he can do it from the back row if you want him to. Anyway, we got rid of that, and now we're going to swap things over. We're going to give him Dragon Claws this time around, and we're going to go back in and we're going to fight a different enemy. And we're going to bet the item that we just won, which of course is probably up here somewhere now. Video game, where'd it go? Ah, there it is. And we're going to try and get the red jacket. Now, this particular fight is not all that difficult. This guy only has 3,100 HP. And it doesn't take much to finish him off. He's an old enemy from a long time ago. He can use Flash Rain, which is, I think, water or ice elemental. So we just need to come in here and finish things off. He uses his attack. It does a decent amount of damage, but we should, as long as Sabin doesn't cast Osmos or Shell, we should be able to finish it off relatively easily. Of course, if he's dumb as a tool, both the previous fight and this one can both be done with Edgar as well in Dragoon form. Well, there you go. There's an example of using Pearl from a jump command where it does a lot more damage. And nicely enough, we won a red jacket. Now, I want to take a quick look at this red jacket. There it is. How is this? Legendary Grappler's Spirit can be used by both Edgar and Sabin, nullifies fire, and is overall a really good piece of armor. I am going to get a second one of these, and I'm going to get it for one for Edgar and one for Sabin. Very nice piece of armor for him. Probably one of the best things he'll use for most of the rest of the game. Okay, we're back, and I've done a little bit of stuff off screen here. So I sacrificed the Flame Saber to get the Ogre Nyx, to get the Soul Saber, to get the Falchion, and I got rid of all 4 of the Falchion swords so that I could get 4 more Flame Shields. I now have a total of 8. 2 of them are currently equipped. And the reason you want to do that is because now we want to... I also doubled up the snipers. I've got rid of both of those, got the bone clubs, got rid of both those for red jackets, which I'm currently equipped with on Figaro Brothers. So after doing all that, we have a total of 8 flame shields. Well, we don't need 8 flame shields, so let's get ourselves some ice shields. And in order to do that, we need to sacrifice the flame shield to straight up get an ice shield. Iron Hitman. Doesn't really matter who you send into this fight. They only have 2,000 HP. They're going to be dead before too long, as long as we attack instead of casting Osmos. Also, one interesting note, I was trying to teach X-Zone to Setzer, and so far he has cast the Warp spell in here 3 times? If you cast the Warp spell in here, you might as well have just lost. He's susceptible to instant death and stop. He's weak to bolt and water. Like I said, only 2,000 HP. He can use Discord to lower your HP by half, but there's nothing too much to worry about. So I'm going to get rid of 3 more flame shields to get 3 more ice shields, so I'll have 4 of each, and I will see you in a moment. And finally, I could have tried this one before, but I didn't think it was going to work then, and I don't think it's going to work now. But I will put this in your mind to continue to try this every once in a while in hopes that you can get it. If you've spent enough time dicking around doing extra stuff as I have, you're probably not anywhere close to being able to get this. However, the heal rod. We would like to get rid of these and get Magus rods eventually. In order to do that, you can see who we're fighting. Now, the pug is interesting. He is susceptible to petrification, but it doesn't always hit. So I've given him a wall ring. Cleaver does a lot of damage. Step Mine does even more damage. The thing is, I believe I save stated before that, hopefully? Yes, I did. Okay, good. Your setup. We'll try Edgar at this once. If you manage to kill the pug, he has an on-death counter. That on-death counter is that same ability. Fortunately, he's probably going to hit me with that unless I block it. Let's see if we can start off with something that's not break this time. Thank you very much. And yeah, so even if you manage to kill this guy, he will cast Step Mine upon death. Step Mine deals damage equal to the number of steps you've taken, even when the enemy uses it. And that being the case, we do not have enough actual HP to survive this right now. If you've done a lot less work around moving around, doing side quests, etc. than I have, it might do less damage and you might be able to survive it if he doesn't do any other damage to you. Unfortunately, I'm not in that position at the moment. So we're going to take all of the rewards that we got, the extra ice shields and all that stuff. I did manage to pick all those up. I guess we can take a little bit of a look at it. The ice shield, as you can see. Let's see, it's not going to tell me anything else. It's basically exactly the same as the flame shield in terms of stats. Where, oh where? That's the thunder shield. There's the ice shield. Absorbs ice elemental attacks, makes you weak to wind, and fire has no effect on you. I believe that's fire anyway. And it teaches ice too. So all the elemental shields are pretty nice to have around for various situations. The lightning shield, we're going to have to wait a little while to get access to any more of those. Sadly, we could have used them in the upcoming area. Now it's time to go revisit someone who, well, didn't feel quite up to joining us the first time around. Let's head over and see how Tara is doing. There's one thing I want to mention. I was double checking my commands there for doing Bum Rush, and they were correct. The one thing I was wrong on is that Mantra doesn't sacrifice Sabin to heal everyone else. It's basically the Chakra ability or the Whirlwind ability where it heals everyone else equal to Sabin's current HP divided by the number of party members. It also cures Blind, Poison, Silence, and Sap, which I believe is the seizure status. According to this website, which is the Final Fantasy Wiki, they're saying that if Sabin is confused when he's using it, he will heal the enemy for 9,999. I heard that it did damage, so I'm not sure if that's correct or not. I was getting it mixed up with the level 4 ability that Sabin get, or not the level 4, the level 7 ability. This one restores HP and MP of everyone in the party and recovers from blind, zombie, poison, imp, petrified, doom is death, silence, berserk, confuse, sap, which is seizure, sleep, slow, stop, and frozen. And it drains Sabin's HP and MP and removes him from battle. So that's not a very good one to ever have anyway. He learns at level 42. So we're not going to get that one. It's not very good anyway. Alright, enough talking about that. Here's my equipment setup. People are set up to do things. Let's go do things. Oi, you have to actually walk into the town. Alright, which house were the kids in again? Oh, they're in this one, right? I never remember where anything is in this town. I got lost here last time looking for the second item that I couldn't get for some reason. Katrin's gone. Katrin's gonna have a baby. Oh. Before your brother appeared, huh? Dwayne was being mean to her, so she took off. Ooh. Uh-oh. You're not gonna take... No, I'm not gonna take her away. Oh, isn't that cute? Its belly is growing bigger. She's gone, and she's gone. Okay. Move, people. Out of the... Wait! Move! Is Tara still up here? Tara is not still up here. Alright. With some new context in mind, let us go and explore around here and get into the room that I was trying to get into before when I was here, but couldn't get into for reasons that I still couldn't figure out. Hello, doggy. Ah, the doggy is giving me directions. I don't know what to do. She's pregnant. Well, I'm assuming you had something to do with that, so you should, you know, take responsibility. Hey, we're back. We are indeed. She's gonna have a baby. Dwayne seems miserable. He turned cold all of a sudden. Well, if you told me that my girlfriend was pregnant in a world that is basically destroyed and there's no medical science to help her have that baby, I'd probably be scared out of my fucking mind. So, yeah. I can understand even if they're building him up to be a total dick about it. Didn't know how to handle this. Now, I've been an awful husband, but I'm learning. Come back to me. Now, we heard about them in the world before. They were 16. They are now 17. Because of the whole controversial nature of teenage pregnancy, they decided to make them married, and I guess they just forgot to take out the translation of how old they were. But yeah, I acted like an idiot. Everything's okay now. Come back to me. You know, they're basically, husband was never part of the original script, and they tried to use it to censor the teenage pregnancy aspect of it, and then they took it out in the Game Boy Advance. But anyway. Well, somebody's back. Alright. There's the ether, the second item in here. Please save the village. I simply can't fight. Get rid of Humbaba once and for all. You're gonna keep her safe. You feel safe when he's around. Good doggy. Alright, let's head on out. Now, as far as I know, you can still do what we did before. We have, oh, I forgot the wall rings. Whatever, doesn't matter. Anyway. So let's jump on this guy, use Bum Rush. He is weak to poison, so we're going to use Bio. And Setzer can't do anything. Do you know Bio? You know Bio. You can use Bio. Now, here he uses Baba Breath to get rid of 2 characters at random. Unfortunately, he got rid of Sabin. I have a few more things I would like to say about Sabin. But we have a few other things to take care of first. In this fight, Terra is permanently morphed. If she dies, this is the only fight in the game where you can see her dead body as an Esper, in Esper form. Normally when she dies, she reverts out of the Esper form. Fumbaba has 26,000 HP, 10,000 MP. You cannot steal from him. He is weak to poison. He absorbs lightning. His attacks are Bolt 2, Bolt 3, and Blowfish, and a normalish attack. You can probably... Oh, I don't think he's vulnerable to Vanish anymore, so I don't think you can cheese him by doing the Doom thing. He's also not susceptible to Doom. But yeah, so that's basically how that goes. I'll talk about Sabin a little bit in a moment here. But the idea behind this fight, Bio, if Sabin's around, use his Bum Rush and jump in the air with everyone else. Now, we did about, what was that, 4, 5, 6,000, whatever it was. Take a look at Terra. She doesn't have any earrings on. Celeste has 2 pairs. Look at him go. So yeah, there's not a whole lot to this fight. If he starts using some other stuff, it can be difficult. I did have Sabin protected. I was going to give wall rings to the other characters, and then I basically flat out forgot. Here's Blowfish. That's going to kill you. Alright, so let's... Well, somebody doesn't gain experience for this, but that's fine. If I had wall rings on to protect against the other status there, or the bolt spells, then I'd be fine. But we don't get anything for the fight anyway, so I'm not even going to worry about it. But yeah, it's not a particularly difficult fight. More importantly, she said she couldn't fight. Now, this dialogue is supposed to be coming from the kids. It's not particularly apparent in the Super Nintendo version, but it's basically different lines from the kids. Another monster? It's scary. Yeah, monster again is a terrible translation. It's another monster is a more accurate explanation of this. They see Terra as a monster in her Esper form. But the fear doesn't last long. Finally, I understand that feeling, even though I kept it buried for so long. That feeling is love. It's the aspect of her character that she's kind of talked about throughout the entire game, through her conversations with, I believe, Locke, definitely General Leo, now with these kids. I have to fight to protect the people I love, make the world a safer place for new lives. So the love that she was looking for all along wasn't... I don't think it was so much like she wanted a companion, someone to love. She wanted to be accepted. She wanted to feel needed by someone else. And I believe that's what they were going for. It's poorly explained at best. And for the longest time, I felt it was a negative aspect of her character development because they don't do a very good job of developing that desire over the course of the game. Even now, most of what I've pieced together from it is just me interpreting things on my own and reading between the lines. It's not really mentioned in the game. Keep the baby safe. Mama has to go away for a while to make the world a safer place. I'll return when I feel your future's guaranteed. So she's leaving the kids in the care of 2 teenagers, one of which is pregnant. Well, at least we've got a character back, even if that may not have been the smartest plan. Thank you all. You've helped me to understand a part of myself. Now I must go to war. We must all believe we have a future. We must all fight for those who aren't yet born. It's very awkward, but fight to make the world a place where life can flourish. And with that, Terra has been returned to us. She was automatically equipped through the Optimum command with stuff that we had. This gives her the Minerva. I am going to empty out all your gear for the moment. She didn't have any relics, sadly. Let's revive somebody here so that we can take a look at her gear. I never went over the Minerva. The Minerva is the best armor in the game for both Celeste and Terra. It is absolutely fan-freaking-tastic. Not only does it have absolutely insane stats, raises your MP by 1/4, it nullifies 4 elements, takes 50% damage from 4 other elements, and yeah, it is beyond phenomenal. It is so good. Fortunately, I can't even put on my sprint shoes because Setzer has them and he's on the airship. Okay, fine. So we can now leave and go to the airship. On the airship, now that we have more than 4 characters, we can go down below, talk to this guy, unequip all of our party members. Setzer is in here. Something good will come of it all. And most of the rest of our characters are going to hang out down here. There is Sabin there, who would have used Bum Rush if he was in the fight. And we can now switch up our party members and use whoever we want to. Gonna bring in Terra, since Terra hasn't been in for a while. And let's see, let's bring along those for a little while here. And we now have an airship. We can go hunting for whatever and whoever we want. But who are we gonna find flying around the skies alongside us? That's all for this one, and I'll see you guys next time.